Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return a subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, elementary school graduation, namely when you go from 5th grade to middle school, is something that a lot of us remember. Me, I can barely remember it, but I do remember it. And it's one of the first real senses of accomplishment you have in your young life. And one of the days where your parents tell you they're proud of you and mean it, and you feel good about yourself. A lot of times you get gifts. A lot of times you get a lot of praise. And it's one of the happiest days of your life, believe it or not, those of us that can remember it. But nowadays, man, with people being negative and violent and crazy, a lot of times it's a day you want to forget as a child. Today I'm talking about a story out of Fort Worth, Texas, shout out Fort Worth, in which a man and a woman got into it, both parents of two separate children that I guess had some type of negative interaction before, got into a fight at the school in which the man stabbed a woman and then ran up out of there. Make it make sense. Take a look at the story. I'll be back with commentary.
Police say an argument escalated between two adults at a 5th grade graduation. One of them ended up stabbing the other. Fox 4's Dion Anglin is on scene at South Hills Elementary in Fort Worth. Dion.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, the suspect who is charged with assault with a deadly weapon is said to be 28-year-old Keyshawn Fields. There is no booking photo for him at this time. Police say the suspect and the victim are both parents who were here at South Hills Elementary for 5th grade graduation.
I was already here at the school because I was here for the graduation ceremony. I was trying to figure out what was going on, who needed help at that point. Just trying to, I gave my shirt away. This is not even my shirt.
Tim Russell says he was that close to the victim who was stabbed. He describes trying to help the man while also making sure students were out of harm's way, his own family included.
Are my kids okay, and is my wife okay?
Your wife was here as well?
Yes, yes. So those were my two main concerns.
Police say the violence erupted as the elementary school graduation was ending, a celebration of 5th grade students. Two parents believed to have had altercations in the past began to argue. Investigators say one of them had a knife and stabbed the other. The crime scene just outside the school in the back parking lot.
I asked the teacher if it was a drill.
Kason Lopez spoke to us with his grandmother's permission. He describes how those in his classroom reacted.
We went into lockdown and several people were crying, saying that, oh, like someone got stabbed.
Police say the suspect took off on foot, but with a description from witnesses, officers located the man several blocks away and took him into custody. Students, meantime, on their final day of school, say the chaos was confusing and frightening, though they knew what to do.
We have already practiced. That means that you go to a corner with no windows and don't make noise.
Now, Fort Worth ISD has released a letter from the principal here that went out to parents. In part, it says, we want to assure you that Fort Worth ISD maintains a zero tolerance policy for violence on our campuses and will pursue the full extent of the law to ensure consequences are enforced. And the victim's condition at this time is unknown. That's the very latest live here in Fort Worth. Clarice, back to you.
Dion, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we have yet another display of ignorance on full display for the public to see. First of all, regardless of the issue you had with that woman or you two had with each other, you shouldn't be arguing on that day of all days, because that's one of the best days of your child's life. And you're not there for each other, you're there for them kids. And to have them do that, man, is messed up. I'm gonna tell you something. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why the hell would this guy have a knife in the school? said it got so bad in there they had to put the school on lockdown at a graduation, where I'm more than sure some time and effort went into just this special day for these children, putting up streamers and stuff like that, coordinating the music, having them have their little march and stuff like that, and people cheering them on. And this is what savages do. Stuff like that is unacceptable. Public displays of wild chaos, I would shut that shit down. It would be stiff, harsh penalties for people that act like they don't know how to act in public. Here it is, a bunch of kids, and you turn the elementary school graduation into a bloodbath. A bloodbath. Make that make sense. And this is the thing. When you're dealing with people, you know what I'm saying, of ignorant mindset, no matter what they say or do, they always right. And you can't even let them know that they done did wrong. If not, they mad at you or something's wrong with you, and they don't even give a F. And how they felt is how they felt. And if they, a lot of times they strong-minded and they still feel the same way they feel. You get no respect. You stabbed a woman with a knife that you wasn't supposed to have in school in the first place. How you think your kid feel? Then the thing that's crazy is this shows that it was all about them and not about the kids. The dad stabbed the girl, then he fled. He just left the kid. Wasn't even worrying about it. And they said this happened near the end of the graduation. So these kids couldn't even enjoy having their diploma handed to their parents, being happy, getting hugs, kisses, or whatever it is they get nowadays without some BS breaking out. Now this guy, 28-year-old Keyshawn, forgot his last name, black dude. What's the amount of money you want to bet that the girl he stabbed was black too? It's a vitriol and hatred that's inertly inside of a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us, for people that look like us. And it comes out when we get angry and we see red. Shameful. And it's embarrassing. Sorry them kids had to go through that. They got protocols in school now where you got to go to a corner with no windows and put your head down and just hide. Look what it's come to. Schools used to be a place where your kids was safe. You didn't have to worry about them while you went to work. They were getting educations. They were coming home. We would talk about what you did in school. A lot of times kids would be coming home so bright-eyed, they'd be wanting to teach you stuff you already know, like you was in school, because they thought that they didn't learn something and they wanted to share the knowledge. Nowadays, it's not even like that. School is like a new prison. And it seemed like from high school all the way down to elementary school, you're seeing a different type of human being. And as they elevate up these grades, they get worse and worse. But nobody sees that. This right here is an abomination that happened. And they should be ashamed of themselves. And it was up to me. They pay a harsh penalty for that. Because what them children seen and the trauma they went through, you can't undo it and they can't unsee it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.